Right, welcome back to the third video in this series on the seasonal select scouts, and today now we're gonna talk about the striker units in the current select scout banner, one of the best paid gem, one of the best paid banners, best value paid banners in the game so far, and we get 3 of them. This time we're looking at strikers, and we're talking about which one will do the most damage. But I will tell you from the start now that Elisa and Togetic is the most fun to use because Metronome gives you a random move, and it's always fun to see what comes up. It also has other abilities like in its passive, so every time you use Metronome, it would actually increase physical and special attack up next in order to power up the next move, but also maybe even the move after, because if the next move is a physical move, you haven't used special move up next, so then it will stack. You'll get 2 special up move. If then you use another physical move, you have 3 special moves up effect. And it just keeps stacking, because if you keep using physical moves from Metronome, and it's random, you don't know, but you will only utilize this one until at one point you trigger the special move up next, because the move is special, then you do this huge damage to the opponents. It also has Fly. I thought this was a bit random for it to have Fly, but I guess it needed some sort of flying move, being a flying type sync user. And if you happen to land a super effective move, you will also additionally get, this here powers up super effective by about 50%. On top of that, you also get sync move countdown go down by 1. And furthermore, in its grid, it has all these bonuses if you hit super effective moves. So if Metronome, luckily enough, super effective, it will become even more powerful and also speed up the sync move countdown even more. Additionally, this node here also raises the stats of Togetic. Fortuitous 9, so it's a little bit of extra bonus the more you use Metronome. So Metronome's just really fun to use in this game. Sometimes it's not going to be great, sometimes it's going to be like absolutely broken. Now, I don't have too much to say about these first few units. This has been power crept, this has been power crept, this has been power crept. Jigglypuff I don't actually have, so you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna be picking this one, the Jigglypuff, to expand my roster. It's not because it's good, but because I don't have her. Also, in terms of if you have to pick from one of these 2 dark types, if you don't have both of them, definitely go with Zoroark. But it is power crept now by Marnie's Neo Champion and Galarian Moltres sync pair. Now, between this Ice-type Striker and this Ice-type Striker, there's no question it's definitely going to be Leon and Calyrex as the better Ice-type damage. Gyarados, very much power crept. I actually don't have him either, so I will have to pick between him and Jigglypuff. Electivire, good, but it was very quickly power crept by the Pikachus that were released just a few months after the Volkner Electivire was released. So at the time, before the Pikachu's release, this was a decent, in fact, probably one of the highest damage electric sync pairs in the game. But since the Pikachu's, it's become pretty much obsolete. Lopunny, hard to use, not great. Damage is weird. Rapidash is one of the few fairy type damage dealers, so worth getting, especially if you're lacking in physical fairy types. So it's a pretty decent damage output unit. Gloria Inteleon, even at the time of release, was not broken. People were already saying, even at that time, back in 2021, that she got absolutely shafted in terms of damage, and it takes a lot of turns for things to happen. So out of these, if I had to pick, probably go with Leon and Calyrex if you don't have any of these units, or Lucia and Rapidash. Both are decent damage output. Whichever one you need to cover your types, your team building. If you're lacking in ice types, go for Leon. If you're lacking in fairy types, go for Lucia. If by chance you are lacking in dark types, go for N and Zoroark. Or if you just want to have fun, I think Togetic is the way to go. Alright, finally, it's time for me to do my 3,000 paid gem Sync Scout. There's a 1% chance that I'll get it at random before I get my Select Scout. It's nice to see some sparkles. Oh, last unit. I'm so happy to be friends with you. I think that's a general pool. Yeah, that's Lyra. Lyra and Chikorita. I think I'm missing 2 units. Alright, now I have to pick. Now somebody's gonna have to explain this to me. How does Jigglypuff even work? Its trainer move requires that Jigglypuff is asleep to get the most benefits out of it. So if it's not asleep, and how do we proc sleep condition on Jigglypuff when it doesn't have it in its passives? It doesn't make sense. This Jigglypuff is weird. So I've decided that I'm gonna go with Lyra 2020 Summer because, well, I have enough flying units. But I will come back for you another day. Lance and Gyarados, the only seasonal Sync Scout sync pair that I'm missing. Parties and Pokemon are similar, says Lyra. And there we go.
Are you up for an adventure today?
Yes, I am.
To soak up some sunshine.
Yeah, let's go. And that's it for my series of 3 videos on the very good value Select Seasonal Scout 3,000 paid gems banners. If you have any questions, you can use the comment section down below, or if you think I made the wrong choice, there is no wrong choice. Please leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel.